Well, hello. I have decided to do a little video again. I haven't done one in so long, and I suppose the reason is somebody mentioned to me that the videos I've been doing had really helped them. And in case you're watching this for the first time, my name is Emer. I'll put a bit more in the description below the video, a bit more about me, because I want to kind of get straight into doing what I suppose I've been on my walk, and I normally do this as walks and chats, but the park was actually quite busy, so I waited till I got to sit down. And it's about starting something again, and the mistakes that we make when we try to start something. And like that, I haven't done a video since the start of lockdown. Originally, I had to just step away from social media and really kind of focus on my own mindset, which is so important. I have learned so much about the emotional scale, mindset, energy, and everything through all this. I really am truly grateful. But like that, it's when we have to restart something. And to be honest, my clients are doing this, I do it, and whatever is, and we set ourselves up to fail, is we overthink it and we overplan it, rather than just doing something, anything that can help just get us started. And this is the exact same thing we need to do with our emotions and how we can start to make ourselves feel better. We often try to flip ourselves around, if things are getting on top of us or whatever, and struggle to why isn't everything going great. But again, we create this massive gap of overthinking and setting ourselves up with all these things of where we should be, rather than just slowly allowing ourselves to move and get started and get a momentum. And it really is just about taking a simple step. Like, to be honest, I sat down, set up the camera, pressed play. I had no idea what I was going to say, yet I've managed to stay going just because I didn't overthink it and I allowed myself to start. And choosing the next step, especially when we can feel really stuck and something is quite difficult to start, not overthinking it again, and just choosing one little thing that will help us feel better. And sometimes, funny enough, to feel better is if I use Esther Hicks and Abraham's emotional scale, even with my clients at this stage, to help them understand where people are, because it has been absolutely invaluable to me. And when people get to a stage like powerlessness, they forget powerlessness, fear is actually the equivalent of grief, depression and everything. It's all at that really low vibrational state. And we can, and people around us can be telling us, oh, be happier, or it'll be okay and things will be fine. But we have to allow ourselves to go through the steps and different emotions that allow us to move up the scale to feel better. And if we try to take too big a jump, trust me, it does not happen. And there are times when I'm trying to get myself right back up to the top again, and something is just going, no, you just have to sit there and you just have to be patient and let things unravel, and it'll happen. And bizarrely, sometimes as well, we have to maybe allow ourselves to get angry or whatever, to allow ourselves to pass up to a better state. And I'm a huge fan, and I've talked about this before, Dan DePani talks about it as well, is burn page. And it's something I've struggled, and I'm actually going to link a video here that will explain some of this as well, that I did way back over a year ago. To start writing something that you just are struggling to maybe get by or get past or whatever, and just allow yourself, like that, no more than me hitting play on this, allow yourself to write. And if you need to get angry, if you need to get upset, just let it. And sometimes we can be afraid to let that go, but if it's very momentarily, it is actually the way back out. And allowing yourself to go to a place where you start, whatever you write down the only rule I suppose we should look at is that whatever we write down makes us feel better. Whatever statement it is, and don't let anybody else judge that except you. So write it down, and then what I actually do is I go out. My neighbours probably think I'm crazy, but I actually have a little aluminium flower pot that I got in IKEA, and I put it in the garden and I burned the page. And it's a way of me transforming how the thoughts and whatever, and releasing and letting go, because it is a physical conversion of one thing to another. So it's a physical conversion of energy. So it's the paper, the fire on the paper creates it to heat and ashes. So that's very, very powerful for me to help me to release. And it's something that I did an awful lot last year. Like, I went through so much last year. This year has been a doddle for me. But that's what I wanted to just, I suppose, for me, as I said, I had no agenda when I sat down. I just needed to start again, because it meant so much when somebody just said to me how much the videos that I had already done had really helped them. And I thought, ooh, wow, okay, I hadn't really thought of it that way. And you never know when you're helping another person. And that is the beauty of it online, is we can do this and put it there. And even if it just helps one person, isn't that fantastic? So I encourage you, go after your dreams. Ask yourself, what is it you're wanting? And just allow yourself to start, and allow yourself to feel better and move towards it, because that's when it'll happen. It will not happen when we're fighting against things. It's why I haven't pushed against things during the pandemic. I knew nothing of what was going on with the whole US election, which amazed me how many Irish people got involved with it. It was bizarre, because it's not part of my life, and it's not an experience I want in my life. I want things that are really, really good. So that's what I allow in. And when something is relevant for me, then of course it's there 110%. So I hope you found that helpful. Of course, leave a comment. Say hi. I'm really glad to be back, and I should be doing more of these, and I hope this worked out, because this is my new little gizmo, my new little toy, and I'll put a link in the description onto my Instagram so you can see what it is. It's my little pocket too, and I love it. It's so cool. So it'll be interesting to see even how the sound comes out and things like that. So talk to you in the next video. Bye.
I'm good for a little bit, but I get lost in the thick of it. I hate to say that I'm wrong. Feels better playing along, hoping you don't notice it when I'm just a bit low-spirited. I gotta face it alone.